Welcome to my another series of Darkrise video. So, in this video, we'll talk about Mage's skill tier list. Overall content, farm, fatal bridge of stagnation, and boss fight. Before we start, I want to say that this tier list is based on my experience, not from any other source. So, if you want to follow my tier list, I want to say that everyone have different playstyle. You can make your own skill ranking. Here's the tier ranking. From D, the useless tier, to the broken S tier. First here, we got D tier, the useless tier. Used in early game, but very useless in late game. Next is the C tier. Good for early, but useless in some aspects. Can be replaced by better skill in late game.
E tier. Good from early to late game, but can be replaced by better skill.
Next is A tier. Really good, lack of use in some mode, but can be top tier in other mode. S tier. Really good, really useful in overall game content, turn into S plus tier in some game mode. Last is the S plus tier, broken tier. Really good and perfect for overall game content. I can say those are Mage's main skill. I have cropped all of the Mage skills picture. It's really hard work too. Okay, let's begin with Fireball. The damage, burn effect, and explosive is good for all content. First S. Next we got Water Push. Very short cooldown, but the damage is joke. Almost nothing. The knockback is GG, but the enemy isn't stunned. I don't recommend using it. D tier. The third skill is Ice Rain. This ice normal attack type is the best of its class. High rate of fire, tracking projectile, area effect slow, also long range. This is the first S plus tier. Lightning Chain, a tier. Instant projectile speed, 360-degree shot, and chain effect. Low damage in high-level maps like boss fight and last map. But when you bring this into low-level farm, it'll literally turn to S plus tier. Next is Magma Burst. I never change this skill on my skill setup. High damage and large area stun. My favorite part of this skill is shotgun shot when you're really close to the enemy. I put it on S plus tier.
Ice Spike. Close area of effect, only damages land enemy and enemies that close to the spike. I put it on C tier because long range stun or freeze skill is better. Ball Lightning. Large area effect, high damage, stun and slow enemies, but slow projectile speed. Useless in boss fight, a tier. Hypnotic Wave. High damage and really long stun duration. Sadly, it's close range and very useless to the boss. Still good on high-level farm, C tier. Next is Storm Call. Multiple high damage and multiple knockback. I really recommend it from early to late game. I want to put this in S tier, but I'll just put it on a tier. Next is Incineration, my favorite skill. Best close range killer. Skill with highest rate of fire and penetrate through enemies. I always use this skill on high-level map farm, S tier. Next we got Eruption. I also never replace this skill. Long range, large area burn and stun. Perfect skill for all game mode, another S plus tier. Freezing Wind. I think this is the Eruption skill but in ice type. Large area, freeze, and short cooldown. I like to use it even in boss fight, S tier. Winter's Breath. Really good for bridge, last map, and boss fight. Increase the ice damage dealt. For me, it's an S tier. Last two, Meteor. Brutal single shot damage. Burn, very large area effect, but short cooldown, making it perfect for all game mode. S plus tier. Last one is Acid Rain. The only poison type skill for now. The rate of fire great, but the range is mid. Can't damage close short enemies. Funny skill. B tier LOL. So that's the final tier list. Next, I'll show the final tier list for Bridge of Stagnation, low-level farm, high-level farm, and boss fight. That's all for Mage's skill tier list. Thanks for watching and see you soon in my another Darkrise videos.